Shot 53% in the first half, out-rebounded the 76ers, protected the basketball. Sixers have not played very good interior defense, have not rebounded well, yet it still is a 7-point game.
Well, when you look at the game, though, Chicago was in complete control. And you used the word in there, they almost toyed with Philadelphia in the one stage. The one thing that helped is they finished the half strong. They got it to a 7-point deficit. They've got to come out now in this third quarter, but they've got to do it by playing some defense, Bob. I mean, they 53% field goal shooting for Chicago. Scottie Pippen 11 for 12. And when you shoot like that, that means you're shooting a lot of layups. 8 offensive rebounds. We talked about the out-rebound them 27 to 17 plus 10. Bench scoring 12 to 3. I mean, just every phase of the game. Second chance points 13 to 4. You got a 7-point game. There's a 9-point difference right there. So it almost appears right now that Philadelphia is looking to try to outscore Chicago here, and they're not going to do that in Chicago Stadium. I've alluded to that a couple times. Here's Pippen with a beautiful 180 reverse dunk.
And you talk about the bench. Will Perdue played very well in addition to Scottie Pippen, who had 24 points, 5 rebounds. Perdue came in for a few minutes, and as you pointed out, the middle was open, the blocking out wasn't there, and it allowed plays to get inside the middle.
Manute Bol roams. You're going to see Barkley here on the drive. Charles had a big first half. He had 20 points, but only 2 in the second quarter. He missed 4 free throws, 6 of 10. But with Will Perdue, he's matched up against Manute Bol. Either he or Horace Grant are in the ball game when Cartwright are out. When Manute goes over to block shots, it leaves a path here. Watch Will Perdue. Now here comes Manute. Now no one blocks out Will Perdue. There's an opportunity basket. So Will 4 for 5 for 8 points. He had an offensive rebound, did a nice job. 3 total rebounds, 8 points.
Bulls 58, Sixers 51, heading into the second half, and what the Bulls hope will be the last half of play in 1991 versus Philadelphia, so the Bulls could move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. They have not been contested in the first 2 rounds thus far.
Seems like they opened the game up in the third quarter by going into Armand Gilliam in the low post.
Ricky Green opened from 19, rebound Jordan. Teams with the same starters on the floor at the beginning of the game at this half. Bulls with 10 to shoot. Right inside to Grant. Mahorn with a rebound. His 4th of the game.
Rick Mahorn had the 1 outside jump shot. He did not have another field goal, so you talked about it, Bob. Sunday, the same situation. It's only 1 field goal for Rick Mahorn.
Williams' turnaround jumper won't fall. Cartwright with the rebound. Here's Pippen, who just had a career first half. He hasn't cooled off any.
The thing with Scottie Pippen is when he plays screen roll, you go underneath the screen so he doesn't turn the corner on you. Scottie's now making that little jump shot. So when he does that, you have to make an adjustment. You might have to start trapping that screen roll and try to get the ball out of his hands. Play it like you play when you play Michael Jordan.
That foul's on Pippen, his 3rd. Give me an opportunity to remind you this program's authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the NBA solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA is prohibited.
It's interesting, Phil Jackson has left Scottie Pippen on Charles Barkley. He's afraid here maybe of picking up his 4th foul. I wouldn't be surprised maybe to see Horace Grant go over and switch off on him. You do not want Pippen to pick up his 4th foul. They have a 7-point lead, and the game is still very much on the line.
That's Barkley's first field goal since the first quarter. Look at that pass to Grant. Then the offensive board. Now that is toying. That was an incredible pass. 7 points, 8 rebounds for Horace Grant.
There's the switch. Now you have Horace Grant playing Charles Barkley. That's a good move by Phil Jackson.
Barkley spins inside. Everybody in the league has tried to stop Charles one-on-one at one time or another. And if he wants it down on the line, it's going to get it.
Well, you have to double team him, really. That time Phil chose not to double team him.
Michael Jordan from 8 feet away. And Michael has 15. He is 7 of 17 from the floor tonight.
He's followed by tendonitis in that knee. I talked to the team doctor at halftime. He said Michael could use a few days rest. But the knee is sore and bothering him, and that a few days could really help him going into the next series.
Barkley there delivering the ball on the offside to Armand Gilliam. 7-point Bulls lead. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Jordan. 17 points. He doesn't want to be the only member of the Bulls starting five to shoot under 50%. He's right at 50 for the series coming into this game, so he's got to get up there 50% level.
Watch how long it takes for Michael to go from 17 to 30 when he really wants to score. Normally that jump doesn't go that quickly. It's not that easy.
Hersey Hawkins, he's got his mind in the hip pocket of Jordan with his hand. Bulls by 11. Timeout, Philadelphia.
The 1991 NBA playoffs are brought to you by Nissan, built for the human race, and by Dutch Boy Paints. Year after year, it's the look that gets the looks.
If I had a Z, it'd be silver. No, black. And I'd take it to a racetrack. Hold it. Nah, drive it cross country. That's what I'd do. Wait, Germany. Yeah, now that'd be epic. Running a Z flat out on the Autobahn. Too bad you can't drive to Europe.
Why do fools fall in love? Why do opposites attract? Why do gentlemen prefer blondes? Why do women have all the answers? Why? Ask why. Dry. It's dry brew, not watered down, to drink light yet satisfy completely. Because if true love's not the answer, true refreshment must be.
Here are tonight's Nissan leaders. You see the defense Chicago has been playing, holding their opponents to just over 90 a game.
The maturity of Scottie Pippen. Bob Neal, we take a look here. Little screen roll. Now, if Scottie Pippen, as you see him right here, is considered, if he's considered an outside jump shooter, what you try to do is the big guy playing here has got to step up, and they try to trap this screen roll. You see here the difference, though. Charles Barkley goes underneath the screen. Mahorn drops back, and they're going to give him this little outside jump shot. Scottie Pippen is now making that shot. Barkley underneath the screen, Mahorn back. Little 17-foot jump shot. Scottie's burying it.
Scottie Pippen with 26 in this game tonight. Jordan was 6 out of 16 in the first period, but 3 out of 3 here in the third. 8:18 to go. Bulls by 11. Ricky Green finds an opening down the lane. Ricky Green, the 13-year veteran from Michigan, has 9 points.
You know, Scottie Pippen is playing this game as a point guard. John Paxson actually is playing as an off guard. Michael Jordan almost as a small forward. Pippen is on fire.
He's in the off-mentioned zone, 13 of 14 from the floor tonight. There's the double team on Barkley. He finds Gilliam, who finds the bottom of the net. Gilliam has 13 in this game, 2 away from his average on the series. Cartwright on the baseline, and Mr. Bill gets his 6th points of the night.
Bulls are just taking turns. Your turn, my turn. John Paxson's the only one that has not scored.
Got an offensive foul down on the baseline.
Good rotation on that shot by Scottie Pippen. Much improved shooter. Charles Barkley with a foul off the ball.
His second. They had to get the shot clock right as they inbound the ball. 7:09 to go in the third. 72-61 Chicago. Ron Anderson in for Philadelphia. Cartwright in the paint over Gilliam. Gordon. Loose ball foul, Philadelphia.
Personal foul.
That's 3 on Gilliam.
Well, this is Chicago in the playoffs. You see scoring margin.